Ladies and gentlemen, the President is now viewing the artworks of the three awardees of Pintagumpay, an on-the-spot painting competition for Filipino fine art students, which was held last year as one of the activities of the third National Higher Education Day. And to celebrate the success of Philippine higher education, the competition's top three winners are Mac Daryl Malto from the University of the Philippines, Baguio, winning the grand prize. Janine Ledesma from La Consolacion College, Bacolod, who won the second prize. And Ira Jo B. Tatanok from Tarlac State University, who won the third prize. The competition's top three winners all received cash, prize, trophy, and certificate. Ladies and gentlemen, together with the President, our NHED and UniFAST Board Chairman, Chair J. Prospero Popoy E. de Vera III, Senate Committee on Higher and Technical Education Chair, Senator Cheese Escudero, House Committee on Higher and Technical Education Chair, Representative Mark Go, Attorney Cinderella Filipina S. Benitez Haro, NHED Executive Director, Attorney Ryan L. Esteves, DPA UniFAST OIC Executive Director, and Pasay City Mayor Imelda Calixto Rubiano. Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
Bago dahil sa ito ay kinakailangan tayo na magtulong-tulong kapaon na rin ang mahal natin.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. You may now be seated. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. We are gathered here today for the National Higher Education Day Summit with the theme, Access, Quality, and Competitiveness at the Core of Higher Education Reforms. To formally welcome us and to present his report on the efforts and milestones of the Commission on Higher Education in addressing access, quality, and competitiveness of Philippine higher education. May we have the Chairperson of the Commission on Higher Education and the UniFAST Board, Dr. J. Prospero E. De Vera III.
Mr. President, on behalf of the Commission on Higher Education and close to 800 university presidents and education leaders who are here today, we welcome you and thank you for celebrating with us NHED's 30th anniversary and the 4th Higher Education Day. This day is indeed historic, as no Philippine president has joined our celebration for more than 1 decade. We also thank you for recognizing the achievements of the higher education sector in your 2023 State of the Nation address. All this show that indeed you are truly the education president. Mahal na Pangulo, panoorin po natin ang ulat tungkol sa mataas na edukasyon. Mahal na Pangulo, klarong-klaro ang ating datos. Sa loob lamang na 30 taon, simula nang maitatag ang Commission on Higher Education noong 1994, marami tayong nagawa. Kabilang na dito ang libreng edukasyon. Lagpas 2 milyon na kabataang Pilipino ang tumatanggap ng libreng edukasyon. May kalahating milyong estudyante pa ang may dagdag na ayuda mula sa tulong-dunong, tertiary education subsidy at iba pang scholarship. Sila ang mga batang na naginip, nagpursige at nagtagumpay. Sisiguruhin nila na hindi nila ipapamana ang kanilang kahirapan sa kanilang mga anak at pamilya. Sila ang mga mukha ng bagong Pilipinas. Mahal na Pangulo, ito ang ating plano mula ngayon hanggang 2028. Sama-sama tayong bubuo ng solusyon para siguraduhin na lahat ay kasama sa pag-angat at pagbangon ng bagong Pilipinas. Sisiguruhin ng komisyon ang pagpapanday para gawing future-proof ang ating mga guro. Ang gusto nating resulta ay mga estudyanteng kayang harapin ang anumang hamon, teknolohiya man o anumang pandemya. Sila ang haligi ng bagong Pilipinas na may malikhaing pag-iisip. Paigtingin din natin ang ugnayan ng mga sangay ng pamahalaan upang lalong tumaas ang ating posisyon sa international rankings tulad ng QS World University Rankings at Times Higher Education. Higit na palalakasin ang ugnayan sa pagitan ng gobyerno, akademya at industriya. Sisiguruhin na kaisa ng komisyon ang mga industriya sa pagbalangkas ng instruksyon kung saan maayos at epektibong maisa sa katuparan ang ating mga programa. Sisiguruhin ng komisyon ang prinsipyo ng malinis na pamumuno at mga bayanihan ay ipagpapatuloy at mananatiling buhay. Salamat po, Pangulong Bongbong Marcos, sa iyong tuloy-tuloy na pagtitiwala at iyong pagtalaga sa akin bilang tagapamuno ng komisyon sa mas mataas na edukasyon upang ipagpatuloy natin ang mga programa at advokasya ng komisyon. Kami sa komisyon ay hindi susuko sa misyong ito na maiangat ang kalidad ng edukasyon sa ating bansa hanggang may pamantasan na lumalaban at bumabangon. Ang NHED ay naririto upang umalalay at gabayan kayo sa inyong pagbangon. Mahal na Pangulo, tunghayan natin ang iba't ibang kwento ng bagong Pilipinas.
Mahal na Pangulo, sa ilalim po ng inyong administrasyon, kaakibat namin ang Commission on Higher Education at kapwa naming mga pamantasan para makapagbigay ng libre at dekalidad na review program para sa ating mga estudyanteng naghahanda.
Kung ano ang pag-aaralan sa Universidad ng Pilipinas na pag-aaralan na rin sa Cadiz State University. Ngayon, natatamasa na ng engineering students namin ang makabagong makinarya.
Sa ilalim ng inyong administrasyon, tinulungan kami ng NHED na magbukas ng kauna-unahang medical school sa buong Mimaropa. Mabuhay ang Administrasyong Marcos! Mabuhay ang bagong Pilipinas!
May kapayapaan na po sa Sulu at ligtas ng maglakbay ang ating mga kababayan. Tinutulungan ng Sulu State College ang mga nagbabalik barangay na Abu Sayyaf na magkaroon ng kabuhayan.
Ngayon lang nangyari na ang chairman ng NHED ang bumisita sa amin dito para alamin ang kalagayan ng aming mga mag-aaral. Isang patunay na sa bagong Pilipinas, ang serbisyo ng pamahalaan ay nakarating sa anumang sulok ng bansa.
Mabuhay ang bagong Pilipinas, mabuhay tayong lahat.
Thank you, Chair Popoy, and congratulations to CHED for all these achievements in the higher education sector. Ladies and gentlemen, at this juncture, to introduce our guest of honor and speaker, may we call on Executive Secretary Lucas P. Bersamin.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
Maraming salamat. Thank you to our Executive Secretary, Secretary Luke Bersamin. Please be seated. Our CHED Chairman, Chairman Popoy de Vera, the Chairman of the Senate Committee on Higher Technical and Vocational Education, Senator Chis Escudero, the Chairman of the House Committee on Higher and Technical Education, Congressman Mark Go, the officials and staff of CHED, who we are celebrating today, the officials and faculty members of all the state universities and colleges, all the SUCs, and the higher education institutions who are present with us, my fellow workers in government, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is with delight that I join all of you today in this summit, where gains that will be recognized and challenges will be assessed. Strategies have been identified that will move higher education forward. The National Higher Education Day Summit is the first of its kind to be held in our country, so we can collaborate with our higher educational institutions and other stakeholders to assess and to steer the direction of higher education in the Philippines. I do hope that this summit has given its participants a commanding and unobstructed view of our educational landscape. Whatever the outputs of the summit are, I hope they will cascade down to campuses and to classrooms as a force of good, as a force of innovation, and methods to move our educational standards forward and upward. No challenge demands greater attention than this. This is the highest priority. I have stated it before, but I will state it again, that as far as my view of government service is concerned, the most important service that government must provide to its people is a good education. No country can prosper, without a good educational background. Even if we take it down to the individual level, individuals cannot prosper without a good education. And of course, together with all the stakeholders, both on the public side and the private side, once again, training, education holds the key. As of December 2023, 81 Philippine higher educational institutions have been included in various world university rankings, a significant increase from the 52 that were included in July 2023. However, we must acknowledge that in the recent Times Higher Education 2024 Asia University rankings, unfortunately, no Philippine university has reached top 100, with the country's top schools either dropping or maintaining their rankings. This just goes to show that much work is still to be done. We must pursue a comprehensive and all-encompassing strategy that will turn this trend around. The state of our education today shapes the future of the nation. The battle to win the future is waged in today's schools, where we should arm our young men and women with the right skills to not only survive, but to thrive in a rapidly changing world that does not wait for anyone. Giving the youth the right competencies and skills and training is the only way for them to prevail and to prosper in this highly competitive world. Our greatest obligation to them is to mold them into critical thinkers, into problem solvers, into visionaries, wielding the skills that will allow them to succeed in the future. Without an educated workforce that will implement them, any national economic blueprint will remain simply as that, blueprints. We will not have the means or the capacity or the labor force to be able to make those plans reality. Without skilled manpower who will run them, industries will grind to a halt. Social services will cease to function. Without a national pool of talent who can master new technologies and adjust quickly to tectonic changes, the country will be perpetually catching up, left behind by other societies whose educational systems have been made more adept. And that is why improving higher education and making it responsive to the present and future needs of society is front and center of this administration's national development agenda. The success of many of our plans for the country depend heavily on the availability of a strong, resilient, and skilled human resource to drive the nation forward. Allow me to share you my fundamental beliefs on the matter. One, higher education is too important a mission to be left to government alone. As with all the important developments, all the important plans that we put together, we cannot say that it is only government's responsibility, but we should also allow private parties to participate and not shove private parties to the sidelines. Nor should it be that the cause of their diminution or their demise. When it comes to educating our youth, government and private schools are not competitors, but must be regarded as equal partners. And as such, government should ensure their viability, treat them as strategic assets whose existence is guaranteed by nurturing policies and support. Of all state expenditure, education delivers the best dividends. This administration remains committed to the continuing provision of a free tertiary education in public universities and colleges for qualified students as provided under the Universal Access to Quality Tertiary Education Act. We have allocated close to 134 billion pesos for our state and local universities and colleges this year, so that more students can receive free tertiary education and more families will be eased of the burden of having to pay for college. We know that whatever is spent on education, we should never regard as an expenditure. It is an investment. It is an investment It is an investment in our people. It is an investment in our country. It is an investment in our future. Third, mandates must be attached to merits. Democratizing access to education should not lead to the lowering of academic standards. Scholastic yardsticks are not movable goalposts, which we change every year to improve our numbers. These must be regarded as firm benchmarks that are resistant to the pressures that seek to undercut the quality of that education. We must hold ourselves, our students, the entire system to a high standard. And it is the only way that we will succeed in this fast-moving, changing world. Fourth, there are ways of solving educational problems other than just throwing money at the problem. Certainly, we could not say that appropriations will always solve the problem. Cash is not always a cure. Even funding does not automatically guarantee that we will get our desired outcome. A solution, if intrinsically bad, does not become effective because it has become funded. I hope you take the above points into consideration. The last thing we need now is a set of new talking points that we rehash once again what we have learned a long time ago. Besides, what we have learned a long time ago is actually no longer relevant. We have seen the changes in the requirements of the new global post-pandemic economy. And for us to be able to participate successfully in that new global economy, we must have a skilled workforce. And that will depend upon their training and their education. I would rather that consensus forged in this summit be incorporated in the proposed budget for CHED and SUCs for 2025, because only then can ideas be translated into reality. So as we look further to the horizon in our higher educational sector, I hope this summit will yield answers and solutions to the challenges and opportunities that we now face in our higher educational sector. And so I encourage every stakeholder here to work with us and strengthen our efforts towards an inclusive, equitable, accessible, and sustainable higher educational sector. Let us mold a new generation of critical thinkers, problem solvers, visionaries, who will realize our aspirations for a new Philippines, a bagong Pilipinas, to bring us to a future of growth, opportunity, and prosperity. In my view, it is the only way that our country will succeed. It is the only way that we will be an active participant in not only the economy of the world, but in all as a citizen of the world community, that this country will succeed. So with this, I trust that the men and women of CHED, led by Chairperson Popoy de Vera, will lead us forward and continue their trustworthy and unwavering service for the benefits of our students and the entire country. I wish you all a fruitful and engaging summit, and I once again pledge the total and complete support of this administration for all that you endeavor to do for higher education to improve the quality that we are providing for our students and for our workforce. Thank you very much, and good afternoon.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, for your encouraging message, and thank you for your support to the higher education sector. At this point, may we request the President to kindly grant us a photo opportunity. We'll have 3 sets of photo ops this afternoon. May we please call on stage the set 1, CHED commissioners and officials, UniFAST board members, and select officials of the state universities and colleges and higher education institution for the set 1 photo op. Thank you. Kindly get ready. Set 2, CHED Central Office and Regional Directors. Kindly stand by, please. Thank you. Thank you very much. Please exit to your right. We now move on to our set 2. May we please call on stage CHED Central Office and Regional Directors. Thank you very much. You may exit to your right. For the last set of photo op, may we request the President for a group photo. We request the President to alight the stage, please, to join all our guests. Everyone, please come towards the center aisle and come a bit closer to the stage as we will have a group photo with President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. Thank you. Let's have our group photo with the President in 3, 2, 1. Smile to the camera, please. And ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our photo opportunity with President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. Thank you very much, Mr. President, for gracing us with your presence this afternoon. May we request everybody to kindly go back to your respective seat. Thank you very much. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency, President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.